好，观众朋友，欢迎回到天国拯救啊！我们继续，我们要准备跟这个神父喝酒啊，得到屋里喝。啊，果然就在这里。我怎么坐下呢？好啊，坐下了。这里应该是要等他啊。然后我看看是不是啊？The priest told me to come and see him in the evening at the ale house。好，那我们在这里直接等到晚上就可以了。我们这个 nourishment 56啊，马上低于50就要喊饿了。我们已经等到晚上了，他还不来吗？都已经10点了，快10点了，他还不来？哎 ，Father Godwin， talk.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Right, I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
你的亲戚怎么样啊？然后我就说他们都死了。
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
好，I'd rather not talk about it 啊，他说你应该听上去挺恐怖的啊，这事儿啊，it was 啊，它确实。
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. And I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch Bernard.
他说为什么派你来调查呢？啊，he did send him.
he did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
他想知道啊 n e r f 到底真的发生了什么事情啊？This time they weren't exaggerating 啊，这次他们并没有夸张。
This time, unfortunately, the Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get on with it. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Then have a reach dead end. 那我们现在就reach a dead end， 就是没办法了。
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
神父有解决办法。
If I tell you what Lubos told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
他明天
I
要
always
告诉我一
wondered
些
about
事
the
情了
things a。priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. Tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
这神父
Can you give me an example?
神父还得
Well,
给别人
recently a priest
表
by
演
the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
哇，
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's
仇富
drink
心
to
理。
that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean?
Hank
My
Capone，
situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Cecil Monastery 啊 ，You want to preach against the debauchery？ 来，我们看一下啊，这个 debauchery 是什么意思？神父刚才说这段话呢，就是说在布拉格呢，有人传教啊，就是通过这种抨击这个富人啊、黑心商人啊，这个赚这个老百姓的钱，然后花钱干他们想干的啊。好 ，debauchery 是 excessive indulgence in sensual pleasure， 中文叫放荡啊，所以说他说这个纵欲啊，纵欲过度的意思。所以主角就说：“哦，你难道是想在这上面做文章啊？就是抨击别人。”
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Okay, what do you think of Huss?
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
The teaching of a Master Huss.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
好，我们可以去教堂里读一读啊。What are folks saying about it？ 这个当地人对他这个Master Hans 的这个布道有什么感觉吗？
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
好，够了啊 ，Enough about the preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
God bless them.
I'd say that's a good plan. I'm not in the mood for boozing. I say that's a good plan 我们可以说啊 I'm not in the mood of a boozing， 就是我们是在调查凶杀案呢。
Well, enjoy it, Father. I have to go now. I'm not much in the mood for a drink.
I thought you'd be more game.
So you won't help me out with that secret?
No, I won't.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
好啊，这个看来啊，牧师第二天早上才会给我们透露一些更多的信息。那与此同时呢，我们可以接着啊跟这个村民们聊天。
God be with you.
Right, can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
大家都对亨瑞的这个年龄啊，感觉有点太年轻了，当这个侦探。好，我们也是一个一个问一下。
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
你发现有什么嫌疑犯没有？
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
当天晚上他去哪儿了呢？
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait. Are you saying he... Jesus.
好，他平常跟什么人见面呢？
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
Oh right,
That's
just
all.
back.
Thank you.
好啊，这个任务基本就结束了啊，然后我们睡一觉，睡一觉，第二天这个，我认为啊，他这个。
I've only got 2 hands.
他这个神父呢会告诉我们。哦，不可以在这里。
I've only got 2 hands.
这里应该可以睡觉才对啊，我跟他问一下老板娘。Let's talk trade。来，先问一下
I've
老
come
板
in the
娘
name
这
of Sir
个。
I don't know how.
哎，看来都问过了啊。第三个啊，你知道他当天晚上他干什么吗？
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
哦，这个女仆还挺漂亮
That's
的。
all. Thank you.
好 ，a place to sleep。
Can I sleep here?
All right. For how long?
How long? For a one night.
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
Of course 啊，2块钱。
Here you are.
You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
All right 啊，我的床在哪儿？
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
All right, thank you. 好，我们现在应该就可以合理合法的进去了。Innkeeper 来，再聊一下。
Jesus Christ be praised.
What's happening around here? 好，先生 ，Can you tell me more about Lubush?
I've come in the name of
I don't know nothing about it.
估计也没什么。
that man Lubot.
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed any?
Come to think of it, he was in. I was wondering what he was up to.
Do you know what
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
哦，这个是应该是看到了 Lubush 当天晚上跑回村里的这个状态啊。
Do you know anyone Lubot?
Not with anyone from.
好，
That's
并没
all.
有什么东西
Thank you.。
但是它还有一个 What's happening around here？ 这应该是任务。
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed, there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. And that's not all. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing.
讲了点小故事，但是好像并没有接什么任务。好，那我们上去啊，然后这个2层就是这个我们的房间啊，非常的暗啊，但是我们点开。 哇塞，这真的是爆暗啊！好，那我们睡一觉，醒来看一下这个神父有没有什么反应啊？他应该会直接告诉我们一些新的情报和信息啊！我们现在这任务完全做不下去了。哇，这个时间等的好久啊 ！Cancel， 我们饿死了啊，29%。耶！就是愉快的一天。 我们可不可以吃饭？哦，可以吃饭。好好好好。他自己还可以在这吃饭。哎呀，这个神父哪儿去了？来来来，我们找找啊！连我们的任务都没了，大家注意。 So I'm right back where I start. I'll have to ask around if anyone else knows about Lubush. Maybe the town bailiff? If not, perhaps Sir Reddick or Sir Henish can advise me. 好，任务做到这里已经停滞不前，所以呢，我可以继续在城里问一问，然后也可以呢回这个 Nerf 去问一下 bailiff。好，这个昨天晚上啊，昨天晚上这个神职人员提到的这个讲义可以读的，这在哪儿啊？哎，哇，他在练剑，这么牛逼啊！哎，它是个任务。Father Godwin。啊，你知道怎么舞剑啊？这个很惊讶。
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
啊，他耍剑是这个，用来这个怎么说呢？锻炼身体用的。啊，这个 Father 本身还可以有工作任务啊。那你看看啊 ，Do you have any work for me?
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
Witch 女巫。
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
哇，他准备开女巫学校啊 ！A little bird told you.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping.
What's the problem?
And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
I'm glad help.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods.
Wow. A playing with the devil. 跟恶魔的斗争。Go and see Gertrude. Find out what she inside. 哎，这哥们儿喝了酒，保证第二天他能想到一些帮助我的方法，现在就没了。太坏了，这个人。好，那我们现在主线是推动不下去了。我觉得可以做一下这个 playing with the devil 啊 ，the priest，起码它跟这个神父有关，没准儿后面还可以跟他相互关联，是吧？也没准儿。然后他说的这个任务在哪儿啊？哈哈，也不算太远。好啊，不算太远，我们去买点这个 买点面包，咱们就上路。诶，卖面包的人呢？哦，这儿呢。Baker。
Good day to you. What do you need?
好，trade。来，我们看一下啊 ，nourishment 是17、13啊，13 milk 和 bread 都可以。milk 很贵啊，咱们就 bread 就行了。买上4个应该够了。要不要先吃一口 ？bread。好啊。哎，大家有没有注意啊？我这个为啥我这个游戏不能存档了？现在？我靠，有点想不通啊！为什么现在不能存档 ？bug 吗？不能存档的 bug？ 哇！不要吓我！来，那我们走之前啊，最后再看一下这个案发地点的这个。啊，不是，这不是案发地点，这是那个什么？这个不是案发地点啊，我们他那个屋在哪儿来着？不管了，就这样吧。我们看可不可以触发一个任务型存档以避免我们真正丢失很多这个丢失太多的进度。如果真的不能存档，我这到时候还得读个档这女巫住的够远的，没钱买马怎么办？今天光走这一路，咦？果然这应该是往这个方向走。哇塞，这个路设计的，哎，这人腰间佩剑。那个中世纪要是没有个马，真的是估计很多事情都不好办啊！路上被人劫道啊什么的，你跑都跑不了。好，我们找到这女的了。果然还是不能存档，这个估计真是有什么问题。来 ，Herb Woman。Can you tell me anything about Lubush?
I've come in the name of Sahana.
Ask all you want, lad.
我靠，是个老太太啊！
Who was this Lubush?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword.
Have you noticed anything
Everything about him was suspicious.
Do you know what
How would I know?
哼，完全没什么帮助。
I don't know.
That's all. Thank you.
好，那我们来，还可以 training 来，我们先 training 一下。草药学。
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
Beginner, slightly advanced.
I'd like to
来
practice
学一
the
下。
basics.
All right.
60块钱黑狗一下。
Isn't that quite a lot?
50。
Since it's you.
That's a poor offer.
哇，50都不行。55。
Agreed. Now, listen up.
哦，我们学会了这个 herbalism。那我们再聊天。I came from the priest.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
All right 啊，我们是847的这个数据啊 ，speak 还是最有强大的啊。Don't you know that witches get burned alive? I mean you well 啊。第3个吓唬他。
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
Ornament 啊 ，What ornament？ 他卖给3个女士一些药水啊，什么药水
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see, a place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
估计是卖毒品的啊，他给他卖毒品。Will you give me the receipt?
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
All right. So why did you let them have that ointment at all? 啊，你为啥这样还要卖给他们
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin?
给了很多钱啊，最后把药卖给他了。这3个都是命苦的女人啊，需要用药物来麻痹自己，脱离现实啊。Why did you change your mind?
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though.
好啊，这女的现在担心啊，一个是怕这个药物过量，再一个怕别人误会她是女巫术。如果是巫术的话，在中世纪的欧洲啊，是要被活活烧死的。What did they want?
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
好 I heard enough.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
All right, very well.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women.
All right. 咔，还是不给我存档。哇，这个是有问题啊，这个游戏。好，当然我们还是有一个办法啊，还是有个办法，就是骑回家睡一觉。这个是唯一的一个办法。骑回家睡一觉，我觉得应该就解决问题了。这不能存档，真的是让人好恶心啊！好，小心啊！这3个人都是在 Uzi 的这个住 Uzi 的这个人。我们呢，先我看看啊，要不就先回到我们的这个，回到我们的这个这里。这样吧，这期啊我们就先到这里啊，下期我们继续，我先把这个存档问题解决了，好吧？感谢大家收看，那我们下期继续啊，拜拜。